And don't come with a lot of expectations because you'll be very disappointed. All I can say, when you're coming to this country, just come ready for anything. Kuwa ready kupambana. You come to the US, find everything, kila kitu ko sawa. Starting a life, even if you know one person, you still meet some challenge. So for me personally, I slept in a storage room. First person I was introduced to in Arizona, that person was so mean to me. And you know, when I met him, as soon as he saw me, it's like he had a kind of, I don't know, a thought
like a motive.
You know?
Hello guys, this is Nick from Ellen Nick, and today we are bringing you a very special guest. She's been in this channel before, but I have never interviewed her, and today she's in our house, and I thought, why not sit down and ask some of the questions that maybe you may be asking as a person who has never been to the US, and as a person who may be eager to know what Betty Az went through the first time when she came into the US. Hi Betty.
Hi.
First of all, thank you for visiting us.
You're welcome. I'm glad to be here, and thank you guys for having us.
So, who is Betty Az? Someone here is sitting and wondering, who is this lady who is sitting next to Nick?
Hi Nick. So before I tell you guys who Betty is, I want to thank you for having me in your home. Thank you so much. You guys are so kind. I came to visit them today. We're just hanging out, and so far so good. So for those who don't know me, this beautiful lady here, I'm a mother of 2 children, and I live here in Arizona, and I'm from Kenya. I've lived in Arizona for a while now. So yeah, so this is home to me as well.
So how long have you been in the US?
I've been here for about 8 years. Yes.
And how did it feel when you first landed? First of all, where did you land? Which state did you land in?
I landed in California, but I didn't stay in California for long, so I ended up in Arizona. I think I was in California for like a week, and then I came to Arizona. But when I was coming to the US, I honestly did not know like so much about Arizona until I moved here, because that's the same for me. Even me, I didn't know Arizona existed until I came to Arizona. I didn't even know Arizona was as big state as it is. Right.
So when I landed, that's the first time I looked at the map and I was like, oh, so this is where we are, next to Mexico. Okay.
Yes, exactly. For me, honestly, I didn't know. When my friend was telling me we are going to Arizona, I thought we are going to another town in California, because all I knew was California, Boston,
maybe
Seattle,
Atlanta, New York,
those kind of states. Yeah, but I did not know anything about Arizona. But then my friend was like, we are going to Arizona, and
oh, nice.
Yeah.
So how was it like to start your life here in the US?
Okay, for me, when I landed here, let me tell you, I had a dream. I had the imagination, expectations of, you know, when you come to the US for the first time, you have all those, or when you go to diaspora for the first time, you have those expectations and you have all those dreams, and yeah, like everybody else. So when I came to this country, I was hoping for everything is gonna be all right. But above all, I did put God first, and I always do put God first in everything. And I remember when I was in the plane, I prayed and I told God, I possess that land. And I pray that when I go to the US, you go with me and bless me, everything I do. And indeed, so far, I've seen God. So when I started my life, my journey here in this country, it wasn't easy. I did not struggle per se, but it wasn't like a smooth ride, you know. It wasn't like a very smooth journey, because, you know, I was independent back home, and when I came to this country, I had to start from working in living in a group home. So, you know, when you come from Africa and immediately, I don't know if you have experienced living. You are lucky you found your wife here. You did not experience that. A lot of people, if you're not coming here, if your job has not brought you here, you're not coming straight to work. A lot of people, they start with these healthcare jobs. Not everybody, but most people, right? Honestly, it's the reality. Most people start with a healthcare job. So for me, I started working in a group home. For those who don't know, those adult family homes, they're like Just a house like this one with residents, and you live there with them. After masaa ya kulala, when you're going to sleep, not everywhere you will get a bed. Let me tell you, Nick, and some people don't know this, not all employers will give you a room and a bed. Some employers, they will tell you to sleep on the couch and keep your clothes in the closet, one of the closet, and then when the residents sleep, you will just put your blankets on the couch and sleep on the couch. Some employers will tell you to sleep in the closet.
So where did you sleep?
So for me personally, I slept in a storage room where they kept everything, including I remember there was one living job I slept in a bed, but there's one living job I slept in a storage room. Let me tell you, it was really hard because for me, I was used to my freedom, like going places. Now you are in this country, you don't know a lot of people, and plus you are in this living, everybody is busy. Obviously, I had not made friends. I'm in this job that I'm working 24. It's like you're working 24/7 because you're sleeping in that job. It was really stressful for me.
So here you are living in this maybe this home, and now how was life? How was, like, did you enjoy being in the US or?
No, for me, honestly, for the first time, for the few, I worked in I actually did live-in job for almost a year, and I can tell you guys, it was kind of stressful for me, or depressing, or whatever you want to call it, because I'm not used to be caged or to be locked up, or not to be caged or locked up, but that experience of having to stay in one house, not having the freedom to go out, to go shopping, to do my own stuff, it wasn't very easy. And where I am right now, when I look back, I see the journey, and I appreciate that a lot. And I'm not saying living jobs are bad. I always say that is the best. I think that is a great way to start life. Here, because I didn't have a car, I didn't know anyone, I didn't want to keep bothering people to give me a ride. So I wanted to just be somewhere that I'm not bothering. It wasn't easy, as in the sense of you are here in one home by, like working 24/7 with no, you're not seeing people that much. So, and it wasn't easy to make friends. I remember there was one time I was invited to like a Kenyan event, and that was on my day off. And my goodness, I felt so alive. I felt like, hey, this is really, can you imagine being in...
After 1 year of being locked in?
No, not 1 year, that was like a few months. And then I didn't even know there are so many Kenyans here. And then I met so many Kenyans. I was like, oh my God, I was so desperate to get out there. And that gave me the energy to look for a car. I remember I started driving when I was a few months old in this country.
What?
Yes.
So, first of all, now that you've mentioned driving, did you know how to drive back in Kenya?
Yeah, I knew how to drive. And when I came here, it was very easy for me because I knew how to drive. So what happened is, I started having, I had a friend in California who used to guide me a lot. And I told my friend, I said, I think I want to drive. And my friend was like, are you sure? And I said, yeah. So I went from my living job, I walked 40 minutes and the sun was 117 degrees. I walked 40 minutes to DMV, to the motor vehicle division. That time we were not even reading on the computer, it was the book. And I did all the reading, the driving test, and I did not pass it. It was really frustrating. I was so disappointed because remember, I'm walking. The second one I passed. I actually scored everything. I was so excited. But the first one, my friend was laughing at me. I was like, really? You can fail the driving test? Like, it's not even that hard. And I was like, yeah, I feel. And they were just laughing at me. So anyway, when I passed it, I looked for a Kenyan. And of course, I had connections. It's just that I did not have friends, but I knew. It's just the way you can know people. But so anyway, I got connected with Kenyan, and this Kenyan taught me how to get on the road with their vehicle. I remember I paid them $500 and for a whole week, just to be them in the car for a week. And then I did driving tests with their car. It was
paid
expensive.
them $500
Yeah, they
to
charged me $500
to train with for a week.
Yeah,
Wow.
I bargained, and of course they charged me $450, but I paid that $450 and I passed. Before we even get to this point of driving and all that, I remember the first person I was introduced to in Arizona. There's a time I did that video. That person was so mean to me, you know. It was really mean. He was supposed to take me to get my ID and to get all those things, but he ended up being so mean. And that person is from Kenya, and the person treated me so bad, and it kind of scared me. And I was like, I took a, you know, like I was very cautious. Yes, that person was really like mean. I've never seen people, and you just meet someone for the first time and they were treating you like you are, it's like you're from another planet. And he was really unkind, and the person is from my country. Instead of kunishika mkono, showing me around and showing me everything, the person was very, so from that I got kind of scared. But then God, after some time, I met this lady, I met this co-worker, and then the network kept growing. Everybody, I started meeting people. Now I'm a women rep here.
Yes, if you didn't know, this is County 48 of Kenya. So Betty is actually very well known. That's why I wanted to know how she started, because sometimes you may see these people out here, you see them with so many friends in their channels, and you think they started with all these friends in the beginning. So it's always nice to talk to these people and understand that everyone starts from somewhere.
You know that person, by the way, the person that was really mean to me, the same living jobs where I was working, that's the person was like, my friend said, go and take Betty to the store so that she can buy a few things, because she doesn't have a car, she doesn't know people. And this person, instead of taking me like with a good heart, and the person was really, the person was bossing me around. Hurry up, you are walking so slow. What kind of a girl are you? I hate people who are like you are so proud. Look at the way you are walking. Get in the car. Oh my God.
How long had you been in the US by that time for them to talk to you like that?
I was so new. I was still very new here, by the way.
And you are laughing?
I'm laughing because the person, if I meet the person now, I don't know if I can remember their face because it's been like 8 years now. But what really made me sad is because this person is a guy. And you know, when I met him, I think as soon as he saw me, it's like he had a kind of, I don't know, a thought of
like a motive.
You know? And then for me, I was laid back. I was like, you know, I could tell his vibe is different, because for me, I was like, I'm introduced to you so that you can take me shopping. Because my job, they wanted me to buy like uniforms and stuff and
just supplies.
Supplies. And I honestly, this person was, so I was relying, at first I was relying on rides, you know, like unipatia lift up and we go to the, but the person was unkind. But you see, the thing is, we all have where we start life. I always tell the people here, you guys, you are lucky. You come to the US, like I'll tell you, you come to the US, find everything, kila kitu ko sawa. Starting a life, even if you know one person, you still meet some challenges. But now for you is different because you met your wife here. You see, you found your wife here, and everything was ready. But everybody has
not everything.
No?
Yeah, like this house was not there.
It is true.
Yeah, so we started. I found a foundation laid out for me. Then I just stepped into what we call soft landing. That's what they say.
Yeah. Hey, but some people we did not. Hey, soft landing. Yeah, I'm telling you, for me, it wasn't like it was. Let me tell you, it wasn't something I can regret, because up to this far, I have seen God, and I can look back and just laugh about it. And that's why you're asking me, you're laughing.
Yeah, you're laughing.
Yeah, I bought the car, and you know, I started. My life kept going and going. And
so, would you say that the challenges you had is what made you be where you are right now? Yeah,
they made me stronger, and honestly, and I've met amazing, wonderful people. Since I think that was the only mean person I've met, honestly, so far.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Everybody else. Let me tell you guys, if you come here to this country, you will be surprised how much people are very nice and kind. Like Nick, right now, if you meet someone who is brand new in this country, how would you treat them? You'll be like,
I'll want to make them feel like they're at home. right?
Yeah, exactly. That's how the majority, that was the only person that was weird.
Okay, now we know, like, it's not easy when someone comes into the US, and people may think where you are right now, you started just the way you are right now, and it was a tough journey. So what would you advise someone who's coming for the first time maybe in the US?
Okay, me, what I've seen with a lot of people, some people, they come here, everybody's journey is different. Some people, like now, if I give my story, you are like, some of the things are like new to you. You're like, yeah, you went through that, you can't, you know. And I'm not saying I suffered or anything, and I never talk bad about my, the people, my host or anybody that I landed, that helped
Interacted
me.
with,
So I honestly can't say that I had a very bad, terrible. It was just some challenges here and there, but the thing is, everybody's life is different, everybody's journey is different. When you come to this country, don't expect your journey to be like Betty's journey, because you don't know, and don't come with a lot of expectations, because you'll be very disappointed. All I can say, when you're coming to this country, just come ready for anything. Kuwa ready kupambana. If you mean that you're coming here and you're coming to stay and you know what you want, just go for what you want, and always believe in God and trust God that tomorrow will be better. Like some people, they come here, they are used to driving themselves back in Africa, and they come to the US, they are not driving. It becomes a challenge because you are not used to, and especially Arizona, we don't have a lot of buses here.
Yeah.
You sit in the house, you have to wait for, either you use Uber. Nowadays we have a lot of Ubers. When I came, Ubers, I don't even know, about 8 years ago, Ubers ilikuwa kweli. No, I don't think we had Uber. So I don't think we had Uber, because we
had the yellow cabs.
The yellow cabs, yeah. So imagine you come, you don't even have enough pocket money. That's why I tell people, carry your pocket money. For me, when I started my life here, I had my pocket money. So if anybody give me a ride, I used to tell people, you give me a ride to Phoenix, I'll give you some gas money. It's better for somebody to say no. Don't take advantage of people who are giving you rides. Don't feel so entitled, like, Nick, you are my friend, you drive, you take me, you bring me back, you take me, you bring, like that person will be like your Uber driver, and is your friend. Carry some money with you, and whatever you have, even if it's $5, just say, you know what, bro, you take me, you spent all your time taking me around, just take this $5. No, I'll put some gas for you. That's how I used to do it. And I remember there's a guy, we used to work together. He really was always appreciating the fact that I'm making that effort. He was like, no, I just want to help you to stabilize and to get back on your feet. And yeah, so when you come to this country, don't expect your friends to give you everything. And if they don't meet your expectations, you start talking bad about them. No, it's not fair. It's just good, come and understand people the way if somebody say they can't, just understand and just let it go, and find your means. Use internet as much as possible. Find if there's a bus around. Don't depend on people so much, because you'll be so disappointed. I hope you are making sense.
Yeah, you're making sense.
Yeah.
Especially to someone who's coming, and I know people are planning to come into the US mostly because of the green cards and all these new visa types that are available for people to come. So this video is actually very important to someone who has never stepped foot into the US, and not really expect that everything will just flow.
Yeah, because like now, let's say you are hosting someone like from your country. This person, maybe after some time, they'll say, I went to Nick's house. My God, I stayed for a whole week. Nick never took me anywhere. Yani for a whole month, Nick kept me in their house for 3 months. They never took me anywhere. They were busy working. And you find these people with their schedules. Some people, they are workaholic in this country. They'll always be out there working. So when you're waiting for them to take you places, they are not able to take you places. You'll be lucky if you find a host who will take you around. But if you find a host that is so busy, just know that this is a country like any other. You can use Google Maps. You can use GPS. You can use all the information out there. Just take advantage of that Google. Google town center near me. Go. Shopping mall near me. Take Uber. Put the address. Go. Take yourself to the shopping mall. Let your host, when your host come back, they will be asking you, how was your day? Oh, I spent the day at the mall.
So
it's possible.
So when you come here, come with an open mind, come knowing that you can also depend on yourself.
Oh yeah.
So guys, thank you. We don't want to take much of your time, and we want to thank you, Betty, for being able to share this with us.
Yeah.
And we thank you also for visiting us. So today we are in our house. If you are joining at this point, until next time, peace.
And you know, when you're sorry, this is my daughter.
So let me ask you. So you started guys, you'll have to, this, I told you this interview will be a bit different because we have a toddler in the house. There we go. So we are back again, and we are here with Betty and all of us. This is my baby here called Elena.
I got to chat and think for hi guys.
Yes. Today we are doing the video very differently. We have everyone, people are sneezing, but we are going to do the video anyway.
Let's talk with
Mommy.
No, we can do
We can't do the video, right?
if you don't mind, we can start.
Again. Oh yeah, let us start.
So like, share and subscribe guys, and watch out for our next video. Love you.
I only